behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Palm Bash TV. Palm Bash TV.
Well, hello there. It's Palm Bash TV time again. Thank you so much for joining us. Another great interview is coming up in just a moment, but don't forget about the subscribe and bell buttons below you there if you want to get notified of any new episodes. And leave a comment on the comment section if you like. And also, if you pay attention to the description part of this interview as well as the closing credits at the end of the show, you'll find contact info for you, so I hope you'll stay tuned for that. From Houston, Texas today, we have Josh Galvan, another awesome artist, and I think you're really going to enjoy him. And we'll get to that in a second, but first here's a quick word from the Caden Gordon Show, so don't go away. We'll be right back right after this.
It is Caden from the Caden Gordon Show, today's best country mix. Check out my show at thecadengordonshow.com.
Okay, we're back, and with us from Houston, Texas, we have Josh Galvan today. Thanks for joining us, Josh.
Hey, thank you very much. Glad to be here.
Yeah, glad to have you here. Well, the first question I ask is, tell me a little bit about how you got started in the music business. I mean, I'm sure you grew up in a musical family. Maybe you always wanted to be an artist. Go ahead and tell us in your own words.
Man, musical family. So actually, my mom and dad, they both do not play any instruments. They don't touch an instrument. I don't know where it came from, but back when I first picked up a guitar when I was like 8 years old is whenever like things maybe started flowing for me a little bit. My parents introduced me to classic rock and was like, yeah, I want to give that a try. But yeah, I did a couple like talent shows and open mic nights through like high school and college. And then from there, we've just started to slowly branch out and stuff like that. And lately, I think as of lately, we're starting to gain a lot of momentum. And so it's been a lot of fun. It's been a good ride.
Okay, well, that's quite a story there. And I'm sure you got many years ahead of you too. So, why don't you tell us about some of the influences you had growing up as far as popular artists? Did you have any that you?
So growing up, I listened to a lot of like Styx and Boston, stuff like that, and Journey. Then as I started like really trying to find my own sound, I really got into like Fall Out Boy and like Jason Mraz and stuff like that. And then obviously on Sundays, my dad would play a lot of country music as well. So that's where some of the country influence comes from here and there. But I like to at least branch out as much as I can.
Yeah, you mentioned some good ones at the beginning because you mentioned like Styx and Journey and things like that, especially Styx. I've always enjoyed Dennis DeYoung, on
Ooh,
well, if people want to find out more about you, I mean, I'm sure you're on all social media, maybe you have an official website and so forth, but tell everybody about that.
Yeah, so you can find me across a lot of the different social media platforms at Josh Galvan Music. I think right now I'm most prevalent on TikTok. A lot of people have been discovering a lot of my stuff, do a lot of covers on there and like just some small things here and there, like short form video. Same thing with YouTube. I'm starting to put more TikTok shorts and stuff like that on my YouTube as well. But yeah, I'm definitely trying to push the Instagram or whatever. But yeah, no, Josh Galvan Music across the platforms is where you can find me.
Oh, okay. So just about everywhere you can find Josh and even the streaming media. Well, why don't you tell us a little story about this song? It's called Take Me to Venice. I'm sure that's self-explanatory, but tell us.
So Take Me to Venice it was I guess it was like a job failed successfully type thing. My dad was really trying to get us to do a fishing trip, and every time he planned a trip out in Venice, Louisiana, it always failed. It never would ever work out. Luckily, I think earlier last year is when it finally happened, and we were like, yes, let's do this. So we got in touch with Brett Mason, who's a charter, not Brett Mason, sorry, Brett Ryan. We started working with him, and he allowed us the opportunity to do his fishing boat, the whole experience. We got to stay at his boathouse in Venice, Louisiana. And from there, I think it was about a weekend. It was like a very, very short trip, but that trip in itself was really packed with a lot of events. Wake up early kind of thing, go out into the Gulf and just get to experience it. I've never been deep sea fishing, so it's really humbling and freaky because the whole ocean is just so out there. You kind of realize that you're just like this small speck in the middle of the sea, which is really weird. But yeah, one of the guys on the trip, his name is Mason. That's where I got the name Brett Mason from. His name is Mason, and he told me, he goes, "Hey, you should. What if you wrote a song about this?" And I was like, "Okay, you never know. We'll see what happens." And I just kind of shrugged it off. But on the drive back, like about 30 minutes in the back seat of my dad's car, because we were all carpooling, is where I started messing around with the notes app on my phone and put the lyrics together and made it happen.
Okay, well, I love the song, and I know you guys out there are going to love it too. And we'll get to that in just a minute. But before we do, Josh, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show today. We'd love to have you back again sometime if you got anything new to plug by then.
Most definitely. Thank you for having me. This has been awesome.
No problem. And here it is, Take Me to Venice by Josh Galvan. That begins right now.
Watch the whole world spin. Out in the bay, wash your cares away on the back of an old Freeman. Been here once now, I can't wait to go again. Take me to Venice, beer in my hand. Drop me a line 30 miles from land. Sun's giving it 10. Take me to Venice, down in Louisiana. Oh, when life gets hard, starts beating you down, just go with the feel of the wave. Take me to Venice, take me away. Floating along out where the water has no end. Birds in the sky with a fish on the line. Love a summer like this. Out in the bay, wash your cares